Dear worship leader, you have an extraordinary job with high stakes and grand opportunities. You aren't just a song leader. You aren't just a lead musician. Your set lists aren't just inspiring medleys of well-glued songs. You aren't merely on a stage, and those people out there aren't merely the audience. They are Christ's bride, God's beloved, gathered in from the four corners of the world that they might be reclaimed by and re-aimed toward the author and perfecter of their faith. They are disciples, followers. What you do and how you lead have a direct and formative impact on their journey of faith. Whether you know it or not, you are pastoring them. So this book is called The Worship Pastor. It's by Zac Hicks. And folks often ask me about some good books to read about worship ministry, or maybe to work through with their worship team as a devotional. And this is my most frequently recommended book. So in this video, I want to tell you a little bit about why I love this book so much and why it's spoken so much to me, and why I recommend that you read it as well. And make sure you watch this video to the end, because I'm giving away a copy of this book, and I'll tell you how you can enter the contest to win this giveaway. I think one of the common issues we face in modern worship ministry is a lack of understanding of our vocation as worship leaders. I think we've lost a sense of our pastoral responsibility, because like what Zac said in the introductory paragraph of this book, if you're a worship leader, you're not just a church musician, you're not just a song leader. The daily and weekly activities you are doing to plan for worship, to prepare your team, and then to lead your team and congregation on Sunday, it's very, very pastoral, and it has a huge effect on the spiritual formation of your church. So whether you know it or not, you are pastoring your congregation. And it really doesn't matter what your title is. Sure, some churches reserve the word pastor for certain people in leadership, but even if you don't have the title pastor, you can still be engaging in pastoral activity. And that's exactly what you're doing as you're picking songs, because you're putting words in people's mouths on Sundays, and those words form how they think about and they relate to God. So it's very pastoral. And no other book has done as well of a job in opening up my eyes to this pastoral responsibility as worship leaders than this book. So this book contains 16 brief chapters, and it's meant to be easy and quick to digest, and you could skip around these different chapters if you wanted to, or you could also work through these chapters with your team. Maybe you take 16 weeks, which is about 4 months of your year, and each week you go through one chapter with your worship team. And what each chapter in this book does is it walks you through the different roles that you have as a worship pastor. So look at some of the titles of these chapters. The worship pastor as a theological dietitian, the worship pastor as missionary, the worship pastor as caregiver, the worship pastor as liturgical architect. After reading this book, you're just gonna have a much greater appreciation for your role as a worship leader, and you're gonna have a greater sense of the weight and gravity of your responsibility at your church. You guys know me, I'm a huge nerd when it comes to the practical parts of worship ministry regarding administrative stuff, organizational stuff, tech. I'm a huge tech geek, but this is another pillar of worship ministry, the pastoral aspect, that cannot be neglected. Every time I pick up this book, it challenges me to really live into this pastoral role that I have as a worship leader, and I think it's gonna do the same for you. If you haven't already, watch my interview with Zac, the author of this book. It's on the YouTube channel. I'll make sure it's linked below or linked in the annotations on this video for you. And this interview will give you a taste of just the insight that he brings in his book. And finally, I'm giving away a copy of this book. To enter the contest is really simple. Just click the link below this video, follow the instructions on how to enter the giveaway, and there's ways to get additional entries to improve your chances of winning. So I look forward to giving this book to whoever the winner of that giveaway is. If you're watching this video in the future and you missed out on the giveaway, you can still purchase the book on Amazon by clicking the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video and this book helpful for your ministry. Don't forget to subscribe to the Churchfront channel and hit the notification bell so you can continue to receive all of our latest content to help you grow yourself and grow your church.